Okay, so yesterday we had done that is how to cut a DNA from a specific location using endonucleases. Today we are starting that is how to separate the cut piece of the DNA. Okay, now since the DNA are negatively charged particles, so they can be separated using a gel electrophoresis. Now what is gel electrophoresis? You have to have a tray like this in which some gel medium is displayed. Now gel medium can be agar gel or any suitable gel. Now agar and all, since they are organic in nature, naturally they will be non-conductive. Okay, so just to make it conductive, you have to use some solvent जो कि ionized हो, so that the particles can move. Now suppose this is the DNA. This was the DNA, and you cut only this much of segment. So this piece, this piece, this piece. Out of the three pieces, only the piece number 2 is of your interest. 1 and 3 you don't want. And how will you pick the piece 2, which is so small, so microscopic, so tiny that you cannot see this using microscope, normal ordinary electric light microscope. You have to use only electron microscope or X-ray microscope. Now electron microscope, that is the X-ray microscope, they are using so high energy that it may even damage the DNA. So that is impractical. Even if you see what tool will you put, whether you will be able to pick it with a needle or a what you call brush or all, that is all not possible. So these are require very high precision. Now क्या करेंगे? Okay, this is the gel electrophoresis. There are wells. These are the wells. Say for example, in these wells we will put these segments. So these DNA segments are there. And this side, this is cathode, and that side is anode, and the P, and this is the anode. And when the electricity is conducted, being negatively charged, DNA being negatively charged, it starts moving toward the positively charged anode. But the gel is offering resistance, so all the large pieces will remain behind. The intermediate side fraction of DNA, and the small one, which is of our interest, they are the smallest one. They will reach to the farthest distance from the wells. Okay, now we can even see their progression if they are in the bulk. खूब सारे होंगे. Then using the ethidium bromide, what you call stain. You just stain them and put the ultraviolet radiation. So when the ultraviolet radiation, they will start glowing in orange color. So when in your diagram you will see in the book, that is 11.3, seems it looks like orange color. They are not orange in color. They appear oranges only when they are stained with the ethidium bromide, and then they are when the ultraviolet radiations are put on them. But if one piece of DNA is there, you will not be able to see. When they are in bulk, there are many, then you will see some orangish color spots there. So you have to know that how big your piece and how much electricity is conducted and how much viscosity or resistance is put, and according to that, how long will it take to reach to what distance. So with this all calculations which they got the formulation and all, and according to them they come to know that is to reach those pieces of the second number, the tiniest particles to reach here, how long will it take. Once you get that much of idea, put in the nitrocellulose film, just attach it, touch it, and all these will stick to the nitrocellulose and you can pick them. So this process of picking of the segment of DNA of your interest is called elution. And this entire process that is called the separation of isolated DNA fragments. So the second step, that is the after cutting, separation of DNA is also done. But what you will do with this segment, we know that the DNA segment itself cannot do anything until and unless it has got origin of replication. So you will have to attach it to the another DNA which has got origin of replication. Now there are two places we can attach it. If you want to take the multiple copies, then we will have to attach it to the vector. cloning vector, where we can do the cloning. We can get the multiple copy, or if you want to get the product, then you have to attach it to some other host where you can get the product from there. So first is the cloning. Now what is cloning? Cloning, as the term itself means, that is the copying, that same type of things you are getting in the multiple number, that is called cloning. Now how cloning is done? The cloning is done, as we know that DNA itself is self-replicatory, but it should have point of origin. So you have to attach it to the to a piece of DNA which have point of origin. Now you can attach simply, no problem. After काट दिया DNA, in yesterday's class we have studied that is the two segments of the DNA, two DNAs for that two different sources. Using the same restriction enzyme, if we cut, they will be cut into such pieces which can be complementary to one another. And if you, this is source A से आया हुआ DNA, this is source B DNA, you bring them together and put DNA ligase, so they will join together. But इस बात की क्या गारंटी है कि segment A's and DNA of A and DNA B will only join? Why not this DNA can only join back the which is cut from here? इसको आपने काटा ना, यहाँ से और यहाँ से कट गया. These two can also be joined together. So how, whether the gene of our interest are joined together or not, that was the biggest problem. To tackle that, to understand that, to differentiate that, there was a need of a cloning vector. So now we shall highlight the points of the cloning vector, the most important part of this chapter. However, this is an old technology, now it is seldom used. We use the comparison method because now we got a supplementary method and another method that is called PCR. PCR is very widely used. This method is of no use today, but it is in history. It is in our course, so we have to study. Cloning means making multiple copy vector, that is a different organism or a carrier. So this cloning vector is just acting as a photocopier. क्या है cloning vector? हम यहाँ पे एक एग्जाम्पल पढ़ रहे हैं PBR 322 का. The PBR 322 is a circular plasmid artificially made. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ मिलता नहीं है. Originally it is not there. It is artificially made, and this circular plasmid has got following reasons. This is ORI, this is ROP, this is ampicillin resistant, and this is tetracycline no, this side ना, tetracycline resistant. ठीक है, और फिर इसको टेट्रासाइक्लिन को काटने वाले दो सेगमेंट यहाँ पे मिल रहे हैं, BAM1 है ना, और सेल, और इसको भी दो काट रहे हैं, PVU and PVU1 and PST1. And there are other segments also which can be cut in the different places. ऐसा हमारा इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. ये है हमारा ORI, ये हमारा इंटरेस्ट का है, और ये है हमारा that is ROP, ये हमारा इंटरेस्ट का, and this segment from here to here, ये हमारा इंटरेस्ट का, और ये सेगमेंट यहाँ से निकलता है, ये हमारा इंटरेस्ट. हमारा इंटरेस्ट इसी में, इसमें हमारा कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं. These are of no interest, they are of no use to us. What is used by us? This and this and this and this and this and this and this. तो इनको पढ़ लेते हैं क्या होता है. Cloning vector is a vector which we have made artificially. They are recombinant DNA. क्या काम आएंगे ये? इसके अंदर there are two sites, a tetracycline resistant site and an ampicillin resistant site. है ना? That is when normal जो plasmid होते हैं, that if you put into the tetracycline or you put into ampicillin, most of them die. Only a few of them have an ability to resist that. We have studied, rather I can say that those two scientists, उनसे दो थे वो, Robert Bayer and Stanley Cohen. उन्होंने जो है they made first time recombinant DNA in which they used the antibiotic resistant segment of DNA and attached to the normal plasmid. So we have got a plasmid with the two such ampicillin and tetracycline, that is antibiotic resistant sites are there. So when the two sides are there, if you put it into the ampicillin solution, then also it will survive. If you put it into a tetracycline solution, then also it will survive. But if you insert that those segments of the DNA, if you insert it when any of these sides, suppose you added here or here, then it will lose the ability to resist tetracycline, but it will be very well resisting ampicillin. Or if you put any of these two places, यहाँ पे नहीं लगा है, यहाँ पे लगा है, then it will lose the ability to resist ampicillin, but it will still be able to resist tetracycline. So that will be used for to differentiate whether or to know or to exactly know that whether the segment of plasmid जो है that is obtained or that is attached on foreign base or not. Now the plasmid, that is the cloning vector, you would like to have following features. 40 तक तो मेरी क्लास है तो अभी तो है मेरे पास. Okay, तो first feature क्या? Origin of replication. The cloning vector should essentially have origin of replication, because what is its aim? To make cloning, to make multiple copies, and copying is not possible until and unless it has the origin of replication, because from there only it will start replicating. So if the origin of replication is not there, first of all there is a need of origin of replication, and secondly origin of replication also required in such a way that it will make a multiple copy in a short period of time. So we know that where the plasmid are found, this is the bacteria and this is the plasmid. The time of the bacteria to multiply is generally 20 minutes. During that course of time, the plasmid can make all the more number of copies, that is 50 copies, 15 copies, 10 copies to 100 copies or 120 copies, 150 copies. When the bacteria is multiplying once, the plasmid is multiplying to larger number of copies. So we should choose a plasmid which have high multiplication or replication rate. A plasmid which can make higher number of copies. Okay, that is our interest. Okay, so origin of replication is clear to you. Second is selectable marker. Selectable marker is very important for the plasmid. सेलेक्टेबल मार्कर क्या है? मार्कर का मतलब क्या होता है? मार्कर कहाँ काम आ रहा है? मार्कर का मतलब होता है टू मार्क समथिंग और टू पुट द आइडेंटिटी ऑन समथिंग. ठीक है, कोई रिकॉग्नाइजेशन पॉइंट बनाने के लिए अपन जो है मार्कर टर्म यूज करते हैं. नाउ यहाँ पे मार्कर कौन से हैं? मार्कर इज एम्पिसिलिन रेजिस्टेंट एंड मार्कर इज टेट्रासाइक्लिन रेजिस्टेंट साइट्स. ठीक है, सो इफ दीज टू आर इंटैक्ट, the plasmid containing this type of plasmid containing bacteria can survive in any of these two medium. But if a foreign piece of DNA is added in this site or this site, it will lose the ampicillin resistant site, but it will have an ability to resist. क्या आ रहा है?